Cash system can help track election financing in Nigeria. Osinbajo. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news update, please click on the notification bell. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo said an effective cashless policy in Nigeria can help stem the surge of illicit election financing by making it possible to track funds. Osinbajo spoke on Monday at the presidential villa when he received a delegation of the European Union Election Observation Mission led by Barry Andrews, the chief observer. The VP said, and I quote, "I think that we would be looking at to provide more infrastructure. The cashless thing has been really advantageous and helps with tracking. That sort of infrastructure is useful for more financial inclusion, and the more financial inclusion you have, the easier it is to track." According to Osinbajo, so much money can be spent without it being tracked under the current election financing practices in the country. While noting the difficulty in controlling election financing due to cash transaction, Osinbajo said that there are still infrastructure issues required to be in place to ensure an efficient cashless system in the country. With cash transaction, it is too difficult to seriously control election financing, the VP observed. On the issue of electoral offences, Osinbajo noted that there is the Electoral Offences Commission bill at the National Assembly, and we hope it will begin a new regime of dealing with electoral offences, which would be helpful. The Vice President emphasized by and large, one should not expect INEC to be the investigator of electoral offences. I think that law enforcement agencies should be responsible for arresting and prosecuting offenders state by state. So he started with that an effective cashless policy in Nigeria can help stem the surge of illicit election financing by making it possible to track funds. And so, you see, the monetary policy that they bring, believe you me, my people, it is going to help give power, as in let make power how do I even put it? It is going to help power to remain with us. If there is anything like that too, power will remain with the people. And I'll say this because, just like Osinbajo just said here, he also said, I think what we need to be looking at is to provide more infrastructure. The cashless thing has really been advantageous, meaning he's trying to support the CBN. No, it's been long that Babu Osinbajo came outside to speak. He is trying to support say what did they do? He did okay. He did very okay. Let me even go over what he said so that you people understand what I'm saying. The cashless thing has been really advantageous and helps with tracking. The sort of infrastructure is useful for more financial inclusion, and the more financial inclusion you have, the easier it is to track. According to Osinbajo, so much money can be spent without it being tracked. That is cash. You can't track it. You can't, no matter what, you cannot track it. There is no way you can track it. It's not possible if it is cash. If I carry cash, pay you here, you no go know. If they use cash, do something here. But if it's transferred, the notification alone, you get a notification. But you are transacting for, will be notified that you use this money was used to transfer to social location. Do you understand? The cashless thing has been really advantageous and helps with tracking. Sort of infrastructure is useful for more financial inclusion. Okay, there's so much money can be spent without it being tracked. Under the current election financing practice, that is this our current thing, the one they are trying to change. You can come in, spend money as you like. They will share money like they like. But when they don't put all these things in place, you are not permitted to. It becomes trackable. If not transfer you make, then go fit tracer. Do you understand? While noting the difficulty in controlling election financing due to cash transactions, Osinbajo said that there are still infrastructure issues required to be in place to ensure. Meaning, say true, say this thing good, but we never did ready. As in, the country gets stage where we're supposed to reach. He's not saying it's not good, he's saying it's good, but we are not ready. And true. A lot of people are having issues with this monetary policy. On the issue now of electoral offences, Osinbajo noted that there is the Electoral Offence Commission bill. Make them do sign that bill into law. Make it come up for bill, make it enter law. Because me, I even thought that before now, it is a crime. But we cannot even call it a crime now because according to what I hear now, we cannot call it a crime. Osinbajo is saying it is a bill. They have not signed it into law. We hope that it will begin a new regime of dealing with electoral offences, which would be helpful. Which would be helpful. The VP emphasized, by and large, one should not expect INEC to be the investigator of electoral offences. I think that law enforcement agencies should be responsible. So even now, as we did so, that bill, they never signed them into law. And it is true. INEC should not be the one coming out to say, now these people are guilty. If we want it to be just like, what's it called? We have a body now that is going to be, we have a body already, EFCC, you commit a crime, they are there. You understand? There'll be police case. Just like we have a body, drug case now, NDLE is there. So we are supposed to also have a body. If you commit a crime, independent from itself, INEC cannot checkmate their own now. It's not possible. INEC will now come and be, no, it's not possible. You will not be having what I call independent, what's it called? Independent, should I say, maybe you want to investigate an issue now. You will not be having that independent investigation. Okay, after your 8 years now okay, wait, hold on. Selfish politician, they distribute 10,000 for market women before election for 8 years as VP. By their fruit we shall know them. VP Osinbajo bitterness against his godfather Tinubu'S still persists, and so shall it be till eternity. Although his contribution to 2015 was zero, than that of 2019 was glaring. Everybody see how a senior pastor of RCCG Osinbajo was seen distributing money to market women. Anagbo is in Lagos and broad daylight. Some uninformed people will say Kabals controlled Osinbajo to perform 8 years, not knowing that Osinbajo was not controlled. It is inner ambition of succeeding PMB game he played throughout 8 years, thinking if he shows undiluted loyalty to PMB to give him easy way to be president, forgetting PMB is a Fulani man who does not bite the fingers that fed him. Okay. Well, people they call Osinbajo a betrayer. Because me, I don't understand though. Me, I don't understand at all. It is not a case of I bring you in, I won't push me come out. You understand? This is not a case of I brought you in. I don't really see it because at the end of the day, this same Osinbajo, did he succeed? That one don't go. Go away because the premises didn't favor you. That is why you are talking like this. This is not your turn. Go and rest. You have tried as a VP. Nigerians say we have a long way to go, and it is scary because election don't almost come. I wonder how we are going to vote this election with this kind of a mentality. All right, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time.